kind of just some hacks or things that we've learned as we've gone out in the camper is, here we have all of our cleaning supplies and spare toilet paper, things like that. If you want to get this out of the way, if maybe you're not using the toilet or you're going to be gone for the day or you want to go cook or something like that, whatever you're doing, you could open the door and flip this onto the inside of the door. So when you close it, this whole storage system is on the inside and it gives you, this 4 or 5 inches of extra space to operate. Um, let's see. I don't mind cooking while I'm sitting, that's for sure. We put this little mirror up in here. That's helpful. Don't forget that you have this area to store things as well as this area to store things. We all are always shoving hats and whatever's up here as well as in here. Don't be afraid to use every and any space available to you. Whether it's sliding items in there or in there, in the back, however you feel best. Sometimes what we've done with our clothes is we'll actually keep our main clothes bags inside of our tow vehicle, and then, to start the day or end the day, whatever it may be, we'll actually pick out the clothes that we want and bring them into the camper inside of a smaller bag or something like that. Store them up in here, or you could store them back there, and that way those clothes are ready for you, and you don't have your big bag taking up space inside of the camper since space is so limited. And that just kind of helps plan your close day and keep the inside a little bit more spacious, if you will. We've also, several times when we've had toilets at campsites, as long as you make sure the floor is clean, we'll put our bags inside of here and just keep them out of sight, out of mind. We also have these drying racks or whatever you want to use them for, but these can be moved around basically wherever you want to put them. We'll hang our towels there to dry. We have hooks here and a hook here, and then there's another hook inside the bathroom as well that you can hang jackets and hats, or if you're using this thing out in the winter going somewhere. But yeah, sometimes you've got to be creative with the space in here, and that's just part of the fun. I think one of the biggest things for us first getting into this size camper and just being used to tent camping is, we had the camper and we thought it was a full-fledged RV, which it has all the features of a full-fledged RV travel trailer: the toilet, showers, sink, outdoor showers, stove, fridge, the whole shebang, right? But it is a teardrop, and teardrops are small. So I think one of the biggest things that we had to realize that has helped is that this is not a live-in travel trailer, right? This is a get off the ground with some luxuries of a full-size travel trailer. But when it really comes down to it is you're basically in a super glorified tent, right? Maybe not tent, but you're just getting off the ground. You're getting off the ground, you're getting comfy, you can lay down the mattress, you can watch TV, you have your stove and all that. But it's important to remember that camping is about being outside. So one of the biggest things for us was, instead of trying to cram everything into this tight space, we set up the lagoon table outside, and we cook outside, and we do our prep outside and drink our coffee outside, and we shower outside, and if it's raining, we'll change in here, but maybe we'll change outside if it's not too public, things like that, right? So just remember that while this space is great and it's a great way to get off the ground, stay cool when it's hot, stay warm when it's cold, get out of the elements, kick back and watch some TV, stay inside, enjoy the views. Remember that it's all about getting outside and being in the outdoors and having that experience, and not just being inside of this RV.